Hello and welcome back. This tutorial is painting Magnolia. And if you're new, hello, my name is Nisha and I teach watercolor and illustration tutorials. So grab your supplies and let's get started. So starting with a round brush and some pink paint. It's pretty light. I'll start by putting in the petals. And I'm keeping it pretty gestural and loose for now. We will build our layers and go light to dark. I have a few reference images on the Pinterest board, so take a look if you want to have one in front of you. The link is below in the description. So while this is still a little wet and damp, I'm adding in some more saturation towards the bottom. This is where the flower will connect to the branch. And then with a clean rinsed brush, you can actually just use the end of your brush and pull straight up and get some nice lines and shadows just by pulling in some of that color into the lighter areas. Okay, so rinse your brush, and then this is going to be the branch piece that's connected. It's a little bit of a light grayish purple color, and I'm starting light and then I'll build up that saturation. I'm also going to put in two little buds with a lighter, a greenish color, and then pull that into the branch so it blends a little bit more. Okay, and then back with that pink, I'm going to add a little bit to the tops of these buds, and then using that pickup technique with my paper towel, I'm going to pick up any extra water and color so it still stays a little bit lighter and translucent. Alright, so adding a little brown into this purple, I'm going to add in some shadows along the branch. So using a little bit of green, I'm going to put in a little leaf on each of these little parts of the branch, just tiny ones to show the new growth. If you love botanical illustration, definitely check out the links below. I have courses on ink and watercolor illustration for all things botanical. It's a deep dive into growing your skills and different techniques as an illustrator. All the links are below, and I'd love to see you there. Alright, so I'm going in with a smaller brush and adding in some more of that pink paint along the bottoms just to add some of that shadow underneath some of these petals. And you can add in as much detail as you like. If you want to keep it really loose and gestural, that's up to you. I'm going to just put in a few and then blend out some of the edges to make them a little softer. One thing to keep in mind when you are defining out your petals is that the darker it is, the more the foreground your object will go in, and the lighter and more translucent it is, the more it'll go into the background. So I will purposely leave the back petals pretty light and translucent and add the details to the front part of the flower. Okay, and then with some of that darker purple, I'll put in some shadow lines into the stem and part of the branches and under the buds where they connect to the branch. And then same with the leaves. I'm putting in a darker green for some of the shadows and details. And then go back and add in some color and saturation wherever you think it needs to be added. And that's the final touch. I hope you had a ton of fun painting. Also, check the description. I run a free watercolor challenge for beginners, and I also have a beginner-friendly watercolor class. It's a course all about botanical illustration. So check out the links below, and I'll see you there.